Today, a federal judge will hear arguments challenging restrictions to voting rights for North Carolina felons. The lawsuit claims current voting restrictions are racially discriminatory. The timing of all this suggests felons will not be able to take part in next week's primary election.
Meanwhile, presidential candidates are now setting their sights on Super Tuesday next week. This after former President Donald Trump dominated Nikki Haley in Michigan's primary. NBC's Bree Jackson is following the latest now in Washington.
Former President Trump continues to dominate these early contests in the race for the GOP nomination. And in Michigan, we saw President Biden face one of his biggest challenges on the campaign trail so far.
If we win Michigan, we win the whole ball game.
Former President Donald Trump picking up another primary victory, easily winning Michigan over his former UN ambassador Nikki Haley, and looking ahead to the general election while calling into a Michigan watch party.
I can tell you this, November 5th cannot come fast enough.
Haley has her sights set on Super Tuesday, when more than a dozen states and one territory weighs in.
Let's just keep going and running through the tape as much as we can.
Michigan was also viewed as a test of President Biden's vulnerability. The president won overwhelmingly with 80% of the vote, but more than 10% voted uncommitted in protest of his handling of the Israel-Hamas war.
We have led a movement that is far exceeding expectations, using the ballot box to urge America to stop killing our families.
Back in the nation's capital, President Biden held intense talks with the top 4 congressional leaders, urging them to reach an agreement to deliver urgent aid to foreign allies. Republicans demand tougher policies at the southern border. On top of that, both sides are racing to avoid a partial government shutdown at the end of this week.
A shutdown would damage the economy significantly.
We believe that we can get to agreement on these issues and prevent a government shutdown, and that's our first responsibility.
If lawmakers fail to act, after March 1st, about a third of the federal government would shut down, including the FDA, transportation, and Veterans Affairs. If Congress does not reach an agreement, a full government shutdown could take place at the end of next week. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.